Christine, and welcome to this Pranayama practice. So, today we are going to be doing Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nostril breathing. Exactly as the name implies, we're going to be breathing alternately through one nostril and then the next. So, why Nadi Shodhana? Nadi Shodhana is a form of breathing that is helping us to balance out the left and the right sides of our bodies, of our breath, of our brains. Right. So if we think of symbolism here, the left side of the body is symbolized by the feminine, the yin energy of our essence. So the divine feminine is really the introspective, creative, intuitive, compassionate, and nurturing part of ourselves. The yang side, the right side, the masculine side, the divine masculine, is governed by action and doing and manifesting into reality, concrete ideas, and all of that goodness. And we are a balance of these two things. Our soul is really a balance of these two things. However, in this worldly realm, when we are experiencing all of the things that make life as beautiful and as complicated as it is, we can find that imbalances erupt between those two things. So whether we're more in touch with the yin side of ourselves, or we're more in touch with the yang part of ourselves, can fluctuate during the seasons of our life, during the seasons of the year, even throughout the day. Nadi Shodhana is an opportunity to take that prana, the life force within us, and try to bring it back to a sense of harmony between right and left, between yin and yang, feminine and masculine, and all of that goodness. So I like to do Nadi Shodhana whenever I am just trying to get grounded and balanced again. So if you're very much in your head, or you've been really, really busy and boom, you just land on your yoga mat and you're like, I'm going to do some stuff. Start with a grounding practice. Start with a pranayama like this one and help kind of bring you back to your center, help to bring you back to a place of more equilibrium. Sound good? So how is Nadi Shodhana done? Well, we start with a mantra. We start a mudra. I said mantra. Mantra would be great though, wouldn't it? I should have thought of a mantra to do. We start with a mudra. So a mudra is a placement of your hands. It's a positioning of your hands. So we're going to use our right hand. Okay, we're going to use our right hand. And the whole Spock, thing right there. So live long and prosper. And if you can't do that, just, do it. Right? Some people can't do it so automatically. But the idea here is that we're going to be just grouping our ring finger with our pinky finger and then our middle finger with our index finger. And then what you can do, you can try this on, you can try and tuck those first two fingers in. Now, my hand has a hard time doing that. So we have the alternative, because when you do this, you would just kind of have your thumb is going to block your right nostril, and then you would alternate to use your ring finger to block your left, and you just be doing one of these things. I find this kind of makes my hand cramp up a little bit. So it's kind of nice to know that there is an alternative. You would still make your little Spock symbol, and you would use those two fingers and just rest them on the third eye point. So you don't have to cramp up your hand, but you would just kind of get them out of the way by placing them on the third eye, which is also kind of nice because it kind of, by pressing into this space between the eyebrows and the forehead here, we are even getting a little bit of an added bonus there of stimulating the third eye point, which is helping to open our clairvoyance, if you will, our sight, the sight of things that are unseen, if you will. So that's your hand placement. That's where we begin with our mudra, not mantra, although that would be cool. And then with your left hand, you can place it on your knee, and you can have your thumb and your index touching. You could have your palm sort of cupping your knee, which is sort of closing off of receptivity, meaning that you're helping yourself to turn inwards for the practice. Or if you're looking for an opening and a receptivity to increase, you would turn and put the back of the hand on your knee and have the palm open like so, with the fingers just kind of gently curling in, the thumb and the index still touching. All right. One last note. The longer that you're here, the more that you might find it's a little bit tiring to have your right hand in place doing its work. There is no shame in using your left hand to just kind of prop up your right elbow for a little bit if you're like getting distracted by muscular tensions by holding yourself up. No shame there whatsoever. All right, so let us begin. And close your eyes, take a couple of breaths. And you may even here already begin to notice if the breath is flowing more easily in one nostril versus the other. And this is absolutely completely normal. In fact, there is a shifting of dominance throughout the day. So it's normal to feel that in this moment, you're maybe almost a little blocked on one side compared to the other. If you do have any nasal congestion, you might want to blow your nose just to clear that up so it's not a factor in your pranayama practice. And you can take that right hand now and position it, whether you've got your fingers tucked into the palm or resting on the third eye point. And let's start by just closing off the right nostril with that thumb. Exhale completely out of the left side. Inhale on the left side. And there'll be a brief pause here while we switch. So open up your right nostril and then close your left with your ring finger. Now exhale on your right side. Inhale on the right side. Again, just a little brief pause as you switch. Close the right, open the left, and exhale on the left side. Inhale on the left. Switch. Exhale on the right. Inhale right. Switch. Exhale left. In left. Switch. X right. In right. X left. And keep going at your own pace. There's always an exhale, then an inhale on one side before you switch. An exhale, an inhale, and switch. So you're always switching when you're full of breath. I'm not guiding you through each and every breath that you're taking because the pace is going to be very individual to you, both in terms of breath capacity as well as that constriction that you might be feeling in the nostrils. It might take you a lot longer to inhale and exhale on one side than the other. This is normal and natural. Just keep moving from side to side, accepting what you find there. And in any work that we do that is bringing us across the body, from right to left, left to right, we're also stimulating neural activity, which is highly beneficial for our brains. The right side of your brain is the more creative side. It's sort of opposite. It's not quite so feminine, and it's more feminine than masculine, and it helps to control the left side of the body. The left side of the brain controls the right side of the body, more or less. And we are just sort of stimulating that crossing of neural pathways. The pranic energy, the kundalini energy, also crisscrosses its way from side to side. If you are familiar with the chakras that line up along the spine to the crown of the head, the energy does swirl from right to left around each of these chakras. And then the same thing on the way back down, crisscrossing the opposite way. So Nadi Shodhana really is an opportunity for us to rebalance all of these different parts of ourselves that create deeper integration. Keep the spine tall, keep the face relaxed, releasing your jaw and settling into the rhythm of Nadi Shodhana. Now, wherever you are within the cycle of your breath, just finish off the cycle so that the last thing you do is exhale out of your left nostril. And once you've done that, you can release your hand, mimicking whatever your left hand is doing, thumb and index touching, either cupping the knee or back of the hand on the knee. Eyes stay closed, and then just enjoy a few breaths here as they flow evenly between the two nostrils with no restriction. Bringing the hands to touch now, a prayer-like position at the heart, bowing the head gently in towards your hands and feeling the heart lifting up into the thumbs. And your heart beating in your chest and your breath upon your fingertips. Thank you so much for sharing with me in Nadi Shodhana today, our pranayama breath. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.